Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and today I have got game 1 of a best of 1. So yeah, this is it, everything on the line right now. Whoever wins this game will be victorious. They will get the glory, the fame, and the nice little thumbs up for this video. Because I'm not beyond leading subtle hints that you should like it, because that's always a cool way to go. I started this game a little bit too soon. So, we're already 28 seconds through. We've got the Overlord happily going along its way. Red here, down in the bottom left position, spawning as the blue Zerg, representing Team Liquid, and his opponent up in the top left is none other than Cass from Team Empire as the red Terran. Now, Cass, he's actually one of my all-time favourite Terran players, just because of how baller he gets in the late game, where he's just like, where most people make like, you know, 60, 70 SCVs a game, Cass is like, yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll make 60 or 70 command centers, because that's how I roll, bro. And he does. You think I'm exaggerating, but Cass, if you just Google Cass games, or even just like on my YouTube channel, actually I don't care if for this example, you may venture out, you may go forth past the casting world that is me, and I know this is a dangerous move because you may find some genuinely awesome people, but yeah, venture forth. Find lots of Cass games and just go to the late game, and you will see the Cass makes so many command centers it is untrue. I think the record I've cast him is something like, he had something ridiculous like 28 command centers, most of which were orbital commands. He had 2 planetary fortresses or something. That was a crazy game back in Wings of Liberty. It went ultra long, and it was one of those times where you're just like, I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. It was like on par with that game where I cast that with Jorosar, and it was a game where we saw Hellions and Hellbats before the server upgrade was needed for Hellbats, and you could still fit 4 in a medevac, where we actually witnessed over 200 drones fried in a single game. That was a sad time for many Zergs. Now, Overlords are coming over here. They have spawned in the vertical positions. Obviously, those of you capable of looking to the bottom left on the minimap will have already been able to deduce. Red has also now figured that out too. So will Cass have done, because of the timing of the Overlord. But now, Marine, he's coming down. We got the racks, got the gas. Command center could come down soon. The factory could also come down soon. Factory is probably going to be coming down first because there's enough gas for it. There we go. So it's going to be a nice little Hellion expand coming down from Cass at the very least. He could also just rush up that starport and just go for those mean little things called drops, which are very effective on Star Station, mainly due to the fact that there's just a ridiculous amount of open air around every base, everywhere, because you're flying through space on this map, which is just pretty baller, and everything on this map is beautiful. Like, look at this. Who even cares about the game when you can see things like this? Look at it. Look at just how amazing it is. Yes, there's a Marine shooting at an Overlord, but look at this. And also, look at the smiley face. There's a smiley face on the map. There's cool stuff like down here. Look at this thing. Isn't that incredible? It's so cool. Like everything on this map. I'd like to live on this map if I could. I mean, sure, there's not much of a party going on. Yes, there's the odd Zerg infestation. But you can just, but look at the view. Imagine like building a nice little house up over here, where hopefully neither of these two players will go. Actually here, like there you've got your nice little balcony. You can come and build your house up here, and you can make that into like a glass walkway, and you can just see all of space as you're flying through it. Wouldn't that be spectacular? It would be. It really would. What also would be spectacular though, would be an armory coming down, because that would mean Hellbats could be on the way, and Hellbats mean roasted drones, and if there's one thing I like, it's killing many workers of my opponent, because that way you end up getting ahead, and if you get ahead, you win, and if you win, you feel awesome, and the crowds go mad, and one day I'll know what that feels like, because I never win. Well, actually I do. Statistically, I win 50% of my games, because the ladder system in StarCraft 2 is just damn awesome, and it makes sure that you can never be too good or too bad for your opponent. Just exactly right. It's like Little Red Riding Hood all over again. Now, these head-ins, they are going to start pushing across. The Zergling will discover it. Third base on its way down here for Ret. Ret just happily droning. He's got some gas, guys. He's got 100 gas now, so can start up speed, but instead he's going to start off with some spine crawlers. He's just like, yeah, spine crawlers are good, queens are good, drones are good. Oh, that creature brigade lay down. That means the Hellions are going to be able to come in. Red losing some of his precious drones here. We see they're already taking the damage. A couple are getting picked off. Good splitting of them, though. The queen's starting to work them down. Oh, they're all lining up. Got to be careful, Red. Don't lose the drones. That is the big thing. Ret though responding to losing drones by making more drones because that seems like an adequate defense to this sort of aggression. Meanwhile, the Hellions have all been taken out, but the starport and barracks is getting switched over. There is one still heading alive, but that did get taken out. Flicked a little bit prematurely there. Apologise for that. The Overlord is going to get some vital scouting information though, but is it going to see the all-important armory? Yes, it will. So now Ret knows that Hellbats. Oh, he already saw the Hellbats. Never mind. That was pretty noob of me. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, we'll brush over it lightly. We'll say like, yeah, that didn't occur. The spore crawler is coming down purely because he saw the armory, not because he saw 4 Hellbats sitting there. Shh! Don't tell anyone that happened. Our little secret, okay? Now, yeah, back to the game where I've seen everything exactly right so far. We've got another factory coming down, yeah, and a tech lab there too. So this is now going to be Cass going into those Hellbat drops, double Hellbat drops of that. They're at least twice as deadly as single Hellbat drops, possibly more. It's difficult to tell because there are so few survivors from double Hellbat drops. It's awkward to try and work out just how bad things happened, and that is always a concern for many Zerg players, but the creep spread for Ret quite good. Gonna spot these 2 Overlords making their way towards the natural base. There is a Spore Cooler there, there's a Roach as well, adding a little bit into like trying to block it all off, but there's no joining creep between the main and the natural. The drone's getting pulled back, the Hellbats getting dropped out. Zerglings do not deal well with Hellbats, a lot of them going down there, making it very cost effective. 1 medevac has now been taken out, the second one taking a lot of damage, going down towards the third, but unfortunately there's not that many drones there, so the Hellbats are going to come out, they are going to do some nice little bits of damage, but really Cass, even though he's killed 17 workers this game, which is quite nice, Ret is still just powering out the drones. He's just like, yeah, you're killing them, but I'm making them even quicker than that. The Hellbat, also the Hellbat do survive, but the medevacs get taken out. The drones just trying to slip their way through here. One goes down, unfortunately, another drone is going to be on the barbecue, but the Queen's making light work of the remaining ones. Ret busy trying to get down roach speed. A lot more Hellbats on the way out though, full mech mode on its way for Cass at the moment, which means that if he's able to get that out, if he's able to get a good number of those factories and of those mech things on the ground, then yeah, he's going to be able to do fairly well for himself. But Ret, he's got a window of opportunity if he ever stops droning to deal some good damage, and stop droning he will shortly because he is going for drop play. We can see Ventral Sax is getting research. We've got more Overlords coming out. We've got Roach speed and Roaches on the way. Roach drops, of course, very, very effective. Nearly as cool as TLO's Swarm Host drops, but not quite. Nothing quite. I don't think anything can ever be as cool as Swarm Host drops. That's just something special. That's something special that TLO does. Dario, you are incredible. But yes, Viking on his way forward. Viking unfortunately finding Spore Crawler. Spore Crawler in a game of Spore Crawler Queen Viking. Spore Crawler loses to both of them. Viking loses to both of them. Gosh, I can't believe I tried to make a funny joke and I just made myself look silly. But hopefully that meant you all laughed, which generally is probably quite a good thing. Hellbat drops are coming in. Nobody's ever laughed about Hellbat drops, unless of course you're the one doing them. Then they're hilariously funny because of the damage they do. But now Roaches, they're going to come and put an end to this. The Hellbats should get picked up fairly quickly. Hellbats are somewhat winning that fight against the Roaches though, because that's just how Hellbats roll. We've got a Thor on the field, a tank on the field, and a third command center on its way down. Remember what I said earlier? If Cass gets into the late game, all he does is make command centers over and over and over again. He makes a lot of them, and they work well, so we can't blame him, because Mule's a good unit. But now the Overlords are here. Ventral Sax is just 10 seconds away from completion. The Overlords just chilling. The Roaches are there. The Overlords making their way across. Look at them all here. Look at all of those Overlords. There we go. Ventral Sax just kicking in. Cass still completely unbeknown to what could be about to come. The Watchtower has been taken, but the Roaches all getting in position. The hero barracks is about to discover things aren't quite. He's like, ooh, Creep's got a long way. This isn't too good. Overlords, stealthy Overlords just coming through. Mr. Barracks is still just like, yeah, this is still cool. Everything's good. Meanwhile, all the Overlords have loaded up. Where's the tanks? There's only one tank there up in the high ground. The rest down on the low ground. Hellbat drops loading up again. But Ret responding to Hellbat drops with Roach drops. Roach is now being seen scurrying across, and he's like, okay, Roach push coming in. I better get into defense position down here, and then boom! Suddenly there's Overlords flying in. And this is where the problems can potentially start coming. The production facilities of Cass are going to be annihilated. The main base taking a lot of damage, but the Hellbat drops at the third dealing quite a lot of damage here too. We can see that all of the mech force is getting pulled back, but there's just so many roaches up here. Quick lift of the orbital command, but the factory's still taking the fire. The Thor, the tanks, they're trying to come up, but at the same time, we've got roaches in the natural base. Cass is taking a lot of damage, but he's doing a lot of damage at the same time. Back at the natural, we see that these Hellbats are busy working away at anything they can. The drop in the third has been taken out, but this main base is covered in creep. Red is just like, this Zerg base now, and that is his plan. The siege tanks getting taken out so quickly. The Thor, though, is able to clean up most of this. The factory being allowed to survive momentarily. The Thor now trying to start working through this. Mules and SCVs, though, being taken out. Everyone, a big roach push coming in towards the third. As the transferring units come through, the roaches trying to hug up on these siege tanks as quickly as they can. But vision of the high ground, while not there to pick that off, Cass knows that after losing 45 SCVs, he would not be able to come back from it. So there we have it. Ret takes the game with the epic roach drop. So if you enjoyed that cast, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you like the video. Make sure you leave a cool comment. And make sure you subscribe, because I get new games up daily. And you want to watch all of them because they are awesome games. And I will catch each and every one of you tomorrow when another one of those games will be up. In the meantime, keep being awesome. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.